very good. Something to think about.
All right.
The field, Ruben Randall. 30 seconds, coaches. 30 seconds.
Andrew, one more question
No, we have one more. New York Daily News.
Only just one question, just one. Yeah. Stanford, as you know, is the birthplace of Instagram and other companies.
Yeah.
Have you thought of being an angel investor? Are you going to get involved in high tech at Stanford because they have the student accelerator and other places?
Yeah, no, I think I'll wait for a first paycheck to start thinking about that. But I think that's one of the wonderful things about Stanford is there's so many wonderful people, whether it's entrepreneurs or whoever it may be. So yeah, definitely stay involved.
Cool, thanks.
Thank you.
Boss.
Let's get a group breakdown and send to the final skill and drill. Welcome, Devon Hill. Everybody gather in. We're going to go play 60 on 3. Here we go, nice and loud. 1, 2, 3, play 60!
Good job, guys. Good job. Is the Galley in this group? The Galley. Good job, guys.
We'll go Melvin Ingram and Courtney Upshaw.
Okay.
Now, I got to ask you, I know you have certain feelings about passing. He was a great man. I got to meet him once at coaching. I used to like him coaching all the time. You had some great coaches that worked with him. They're now going to be scattered all over the place. Is there like people talk about the Bill Walsh tree and the Bill Parcells tree, is there a Joe Paterno tree in coaching?
Man, I hope so. The coaches up there, it was great to our team. They helped us have a lot of success that we had up there at Penn State. They helped a lot of players become the players that they are today. And that's why we have a chance at the next level. So I'm hoping to see a Joe Paterno tree, but you never know.
Now, let me ask you a question that's good to you. You're a defensive tackle, but a lot of people have said that you could play anywhere on the line. Would you love to be a stand-up D end in this league, or you want to play with your hand up there?
I'm going to play with my hand in my third. That's what I'm used to playing. I played a true 3 technique up at Penn State. I heard from a lot of teams I can either play a 3 technique or a 5 technique. Just wherever I get on that defensive line, I want to make sure I make an impact.
Growing up, who was the player you looked up to, you idolized? Who did you say you want to be like?
Not so much his style of play, but just his attitude towards football, his passion towards football had to be Ray Lewis.
Okay.
He goes out there and plays the game like no other. He's not out there just to play football. He's out there to give it his all, put his heart on the line for him and his teammates.
Do you think this is a bit much for 26 of you being here tomorrow night in that green room?
Not at all. I think everybody's trying to take a chance at this opportunity. It's a once-in-a-lifetime type of opportunity. Everybody wanted to make sure they was able to come to New York and experience this. So I'm looking forward to it.
All right, thanks so much. Good luck.
3. I'm going to put the ball in your stomach. You're going to clap down and run it out. Got it? Let me see it again. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Come on. One line here, one line there.
Running, passing, catching, running, tackling, agilities, and Under Armour combine drills here at Chelsea Waterside Park.
1, 2. Big girl voice. 1, 2, 3. Take it and go.
Come on, jump on.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Good job. 1, 2. Nice. 3. 1, 2. Nice. 3. 1, 2.
Very, very important that you do that. Xbox Connect 360 is a great way for you to enjoy yourselves and go out there and get some physical activity. A lot of you guys like to stay indoors and play video games, and this is a perfect opportunity to actually get out there and actually work and do things that you love to do. Make sure you keep on doing that. A lot of you are going to get Xbox Connect 360. A lot of your schools individually are going to get that. Make sure you use it. Make sure you stay active. It's very, very important to be healthy. Make sure you can do all things like that. We need you to be able to win Super Bowl too. You guys have fun. Thanks for coming out. Thank you to Xbox 360 for doing that. Enjoy. That school's going to use it.
special guest, the man who puts this all together for the NFL, the Commissioner, Roger Goodell.
Thank you all. It's great to be here. I hope you guys have fun today. We got some good players out there. How many of you want to grow up and be one of these guys? Be an NFL draftee? Okay, good. But the important thing is that you take care of yourselves, whether you're an NFL player or whether you're not. These guys can show you. Look at, they know how to take care of their bodies. They know how to take care of themselves, eat well, exercise, and play 60 minutes a day. And you guys should do that whether you're a player or not. Because that's about what healthy living is all about. So take care of your bodies and it'll take care of you and help you get where you want to go. We'd like to thank all of our partners that make our Play 60 program so successful. It is a great program. Our kids benefit, and I believe it's going to lead to a healthier generation. So thank you to all of our partners that are here today. Thank you. In particular, when we play the game, we talk about playing it safely. And we have our helmet manufacturers here today, and the Corey Stringer Institute wanted to teach you how to wear your helmets properly and have them fit properly, which is important. And two, how to deal with proper hydration. So when you're exercising, no matter what you do, it's important to drink a lot of water and a lot of fluids to make sure that you can continue to exercise at that level. You guys are real privileged today because you get to see these draftees. I think you may be one of the first to see them as a group. And these guys are going to be drafted the next day into the NFL and make a great difference for us. They're great young men. They're also great football players. And we'd like to just take a minute. We got a great coach in the NFL that is now working for the NFL Network. And he is working with Keep Gym in School, which is a program we have with the NFL Network, and we want to give a special award today to our PE Teacher of the Year. So, kid, let's hear it for Coach Mariucci.
Thank you, everybody. I appreciate everyone coming out today. I hope the kids are having a good time. I want to thank some of the current players and former players that came out, and also to the draft prospects. I want to congratulate you for your college and high school careers, and as of tomorrow, you'll begin your new career in the NFL. And I just want to remind you that it's not when you get drafted, it's what you do after you get drafted. It's how you handle your business, right, RG? So be a true pro forever, and I know you'll do that. I want to wish you all the best, and we'll be watching you very closely, okay? Give these guys a hand. You know, the NFL is committed now to keeping you kids busy. The Play 60 program is terrific, and I represent the NFL Network, and we have a program that's been implemented called Keep Gym in School, and we began last year awarding a Teacher of the Year. And the NFL has raised over $600,000, to help the quality of physical education in our country. We're very committed to it. But we want to reward a Teacher of the Year beginning last year, and this year there were thousands of nominees, thousands across the country. And the winner this year is with us today. He's from all the way over to Houma High School in Kent, Washington, on the other coast. All right. His name is Tracy Krause, and I want you to give him a hand. Tracy Krause, Teacher of the Year, Teacher in School. Tracy, congratulations. Look at that trophy. How long have you been doing this, Tracy? 19 years. 19 years. That's what we want. People that are committed to keeping you guys physically fit. You have a question for this guy? Huh? You want to know where Houma High School is, huh? Tracy, congratulations. There's going to be a stipend for you personally, of course, this award, and a $10,000 grant for his PE program over in the state of Washington. So congratulations. Good luck to the draft prospects. Let's have a great week, and we'll see you soon. Okay, thank you, everybody.
All right, before we go, I've got a person that wants to ask a question to some of you draftees. What's your name? questions?
What ways do you encourage children to be more healthy?
She wants to know in what way can the draftees encourage children to be more healthy and active? And I'll just come on over. And in what ways do you encourage kids to do that?
While we're here today, to take care of our bodies, know how to do it the proper way. So eat all your food and vegetables. For me, it's just going out, having fun. You guys are young, you got a lot of energy. Go out there, play as much outside as possible. Verse up, and stuff like that to keep me up as well. Overall, just be a kid and have fun outside.
Remember to, like they were saying, get outside, exercise as much as you can, and same thing these guys said. But other than that, just have a will to want to play and do some success.
I think the most important thing is to have fun with what you're doing, whether it's playing football, playing basketball, going for a bike ride with your buddies. Have fun with what you're doing, and it's not work, it's fun, you know? Play 60.
I think it's getting together with a group of your friends, and rather than sitting inside playing video games or something, go to the park, go have fun, run around, and just be kids.
I'd say if you're going to watch an hour of TV, make sure you go outside for an hour. If you're going to sit around and play an hour of video games, make sure you get on the Connect for an hour. Do something active, have fun with it, and play with your friends. It's a good deal.
Yeah, what they said, and what I'd say is you want to have bragging rights on the playground, right? So you should get out and practice your craft, whether it's monkey bars, swings, whatever it is you want to do. Make sure you have bragging rights whenever you get out there because you're the best at it. We like to compete, so go compete with your friends, have fun, and always smile.
All right, guys, I want to thank you guys for coming out today. You guys did a great job. You were active, you stayed fit, you played for 60 minutes, you played hard. And I want to thank you guys for coming today. We'll help escort you guys off the field to the media. The prospects will be available in 5 minutes. If you can give us 5 minutes to clear the field, they'll be available after that.
It's a done deal, really, in my mind, per se. Obviously, I think we don't know what's going to happen, but maybe it does give you a little more comfort knowing where you're going.
What's your reaction to all that? We haven't really talked to you since you officially found out you're going to Indy.
No, absolutely. I couldn't be more excited. It's what a great city to be a part of, an organization, just the area, the community, the team. I couldn't ask for a better opportunity. Can't wait to get out there with the guys, Coach Pagano, Coach Aaron, Coach Clyde, and try and represent the city, represent the club to the best of my ability.
Was it relieved here, Andrew, the fact that they made it official from the Colts side that you could get through a process like this and know what you're doing?
No, absolutely. I think it's very nice for them to do that and come out publicly and say so. But yeah, I'm relieved about it.
What was your response when they first told you, hey, you're a guy?
No, very excited. I think there was certain indications along the way before I guess it was official. So I had somewhat of a good feeling it would happen. But just excited. Just really happy to be a part of it. To soon be a part of a great organization.
Are you calling this a rebuilding process?
I don't know. I think obviously the slate has been wiped somewhat clean. I think with some new coaches and some players that maybe have gone and left. But I think I try and come there and work as hard as I can. If that means it's a rebuilding process, I guess you can label it as that. But I think all the guys I'm sure are working very hard, and I just want to get out there and join them.
The Colts also have the final pick in the draft. What's your message for Mr. Irrelevant?
My message for Mr. Irrelevant, can't wait to join him on the team, and let's try and go out there and do good things.
And what's your message for the other 10 guys that are in the middle of rebuilding a franchise that's one of the NFL's proudest?
I think just go out there, work hard, do the best we can, and see where
I try not to do things that could get wrong. So I don't think cliche, you don't listen to the critics, you just go out and do what you're supposed to do. When someone calls you selfish, it eats at you, especially if it's not true. But I had to let other people fight that battle for me. I can't come out and just, bash that person or try to think of every single example I can of why I'm not selfish. Just got to move on, and everybody shot it down, so I was proud that the impact that I had on other people while I showed up.
What role did Art Browse play on you being with him?
He played a big role. My high school coaches did as well. Coach Browse took me, a quarterback that I had a lot of offers. I had a few, huge offers that were for quarterback, but he believed in me, and he was going to give me a chance to play early, which is what I really wanted. I wanted to play immediately so I could go ahead and continue to grow as a player instead of sitting on the bench. So it molded my mind, it helped mold my body to be a better player.
Tannehill had 6 touchdowns against your bench. What do you think about him being, there's a big disparity about it. Scouts talking about it, could go high, could go second. What do you think of Tannehill?
I think, honestly, I try not to judge people based on the rivalry. So yeah, he's an Aggie, but I'm not going to bad talk him just because he's an Aggie. So I'll be honest with you, I think that had Tannehill and A&M finish the season strong like they did the previous year, they'd probably be talking about him as a for sure third guy. But I think it's because the team collapsed at the year that they kind of looked at him and said, why did that happen? But I don't look at the fact that he was a receiver for a long time. He hasn't played the game. That's why you play the game at quarterback, so you can get better. So he'll take nicks in the road just like I will, just like Andrew Luck will. I think he'll be a really good quarterback. He's a good guy. So that's a lot coming from a Baylor Bear talking about it.
A combination of 4 and 22. Okay? So I think Browns have to take Richardson. However, I recognize the logic behind, say, taking Blackman at 4 and trying to come back at 22 and get Doug Martin. He's a hell of a player and a 3-down back in his own right. So, again, I keep looking at those teams that pick up top. I want to know what you're doing with your tandem. And I think Richardson's overwhelming, and I think in that division where you win games 17-14, he makes a ton of sense. However, I can understand the other logic.
Mike, what do you see with Cole? I mean, how far can he slide?
I'm struggling with him, and I've been doing all these mocks, like I said last night, and he kept getting into the mid-20s for me. And that might be his real value, because he's got so much upside, but he's also got significant downside. I mean, he's a boom or bust guy. His tape is really average. His ability is extraordinary. I happen to think he's got a motor and will become a really good player, but there's significant downside. So if he got into the 20s, I think in my last mock I had him going to Denver at 25. That wouldn't surprise me if he got into the 20s.
Mike, who's the first tight end off the board?
You said you couldn't get a cornerback to the Lions. Who'd you end up getting to the Lions in all those matches?
We're all running together right now. I forget if I gave him a guard or I forget. You'll see it tonight. When I get
offensive line. I mean, is that what you're looking at?
That's one of them. Yeah.
First tight end off the board, Mike.
First what?
First tight end off the board.
Leader. 26, 32 or the second round. Sorry.
What teams are you aggressive about that?
There seems to be a lot of interest, whether it's the Jets, the Eagles, everybody knows. Chargers, perhaps. They got to go further to get him, especially when I think he could go as early as 11. I could see him going to Kansas City in a heartbeat with Kuechly perhaps at 10. So if you're San Diego, you got to come a long way. However, I think teams are being more I think there are a lot of teams that want to trade down and not a whole lot of teams in this draft looking to trade up. Because of that, I think the teams that want to trade down will be more open to negotiating a lower level point total. Forget the points that we have on those boards. Just give me something to move down several points.
Did the chart change dramatically?
I think it has. I think it's more a common sense thing. If I really want to get out, will I take? If the chart tells me I need a second rounder and a sixth rounder, would I be just as happy at taking a third to go? And I think you're seeing more of that. Would I be surprised if there's much?
Or any, I guess I have to say.
Everybody I talk to in the top 10 wants to trade down. The problem is you can't find a marriage. Who's trading up? So I think where things heat up a little bit is, for me, anyway, everybody's talking about 7 with Jacksonville or 3. I think there's more If we want Mark Barron, how do we go get him? If we want Luke Kuechly, some of these guys that are kind of 11 to 20 in most people's minds, if you want a safety, and there's not another one till Harrison Smith, and you don't know how far he's going, but if you want a safety, will you give up a third-round pick to go get him? If you want Luke Kuechly, and there's not much after he and Hightower, what are you going to do to go get him? So I kind of think that's more of the intriguing market for some, like trading up from 15 or 16 to 12 or 13, where you're not giving much up, but you're getting your player.
Do you see anybody other than Cleveland taking the lead in the first round?
I don't think so, because if you look at some of those teams that come back up ahead, I think if you assume that Cleveland might take them at 37, you don't really need to come up to 31. Why not come up to 35 or 6? So I don't see it right now. I do. I think the two corners with first-round talent that can fall out of the first round are Janoris Jenkins and Trumaine Johnson.
Did you like his tape?
Jenkins? Yeah. Love his tape. He's got great feet. He's as natural a corner as there is in the draft, but there's a long litany of issues off the field, and I don't see it happening in the first round.
Mike,
Maybe a top 10 or 12 pick, I think.
Mike, you said the lockout.
First round picks?
Or Worthy what?
And Reyes.
I don't think Reyes is. I think Worthy's a bubble guy. And I think both of them could slide to the second round. I just think Worthy probably gets in the late first.
You said the lockout helped the rookies, ironically, and especially the quarterbacks. Do you think that this year, a full offseason might hurt the two rookie quarterbacks in the terms of more teams blitzing? Maybe guys backed off last year, not being able to make the full blitz package calls.
Yeah, it's interesting because I think I don't think it's going to hurt them from that perspective. What I'm hoping is that the offensive coordinators around the league have looked around and said, "Man, we got really good play out of Dalton. We got good play out of Cam Newton. We got good play out of a lot of quarterbacks because we kind of simplified things and made it user-friendly for them." And I'm hoping that trend continues with quarterbacks. Let's make these young kids more comfortable and get more productivity earlier. Obviously, the defensive coordinators have something to say about that, and there'll be more comprehensive blitz package. But let's face it, by the end of the year, your blitz packages are in anyway, and those young kids were doing pretty good with them. We good?
Thanks, Mike.
Cool.
Thanks, guys.
Absolutely.
Can I do a couple?
Okay. Just playing on a copy.
All right, guys.
Need a belt?
5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, coaches, gather your kids in the center of your field. I can hear you. You guys have fun out here today? All right, we're going to do one final play 60 breakdown. Then I'm going to ask you guys to come sit in front of the shield. So we're breaking down on some of our draft pick prospects. You guys can come on in. Bring it on in here, guys. We're going to go play 60 nice and loud. Everybody hands in, hands in. Here we go. Here, Robert. Let's go, one. 3, 2,